Well, I might have to hold my hands up and say I got it wrong. Because it looks like Alex Isak could well be on his way to Anfield. Reports coming out today that even though Newcastle have had a £55 million bid rejected from Wolverhampton, they are willing to go back in and up that bid to 60, which should be enough to see Strand Larsen in a Newcastle shirt by the weekend. Other reports saying that they are still in for Wissa and that deal could get done too. And if these two move, that could open the door for Alex Isak to get that Anfield move that he so wishes. And I think every Newcastle fan at the moment will be bringing pest control, just waiting to get that rat out of St James's Park. We've been waiting for this news all summer. But I honestly thought Alex Isak, the way he's treated the club, would get forced to stay at least till January until we found suitable replacements. But I honestly believe from the Liverpool game the other night and seeing Big Yasir Al-Rumayyan at the game, I imagine that talks were held after that match as to what we can do in the next 7 days to bring in the strikers, get Isak out the club, wash our hands of this situation and move on. Because as we all know, that performance the other night was heroic. Every player in black and white showed the pride of Newcastle United. But as far as things go for Strand Larsen, this looks like a very good deal for Wolves. They had him on loan last season. They've only just agreed to pay the £25 million to seal the deal. And in less than a month, they could be making £35 million clear profit to let him move on, which in any club's eyes is great business. The only thing is the position it may leave Wolves in will be a precarious one. Whether that deal gets done at 60 or whether they push for a few add-ons, especially after last night, Strand Larsen getting 2 goals at the end of the game to bring back the win against West Ham. He's definitely put his value up there. Whether that deal gets done at 60, we'll wait and see. But positive moves from the Newcastle ownership. They're definitely putting their marker down. And I think this is the Jamie Rubin and representative from PIF, the secret talks they held at Newcastle the other night, which weren't so secret because everybody knew, probably while he was still sat in there, Isak's front room. Those talks obviously didn't go to plan, and it looks like Isak's he's doubled down and unwilling to reintegrate into the squad. And I think from every fan's perspective, we're at that point now where we've had enough of Isak. This saga is boring. We're sick of talking about him. We just want him to move. Reports are that Liverpool are tabling a bid at the moment that they will put in before the weekend for somewhere in the region of 130 plus 10 in add-ons. So we could see a £140 million transfer for Alex Isak. Now, even if we didn't have 2 in the door and we only possibly had, say we got Strand Larsen over the line or Wissa over the line and the other one was still a maybe, for £140 million, I think we settle. Sell up, have done, let him move on, and we can focus on what we do best, which is getting back to winning games. Other rumours that are coming out today is Kobbie Mainoo. Now, Kobbie Mainoo has a meeting with the higher-ups at Man United and Ruben Amorim about the possibility of him leaving the club this summer. And there are rumours that Newcastle have touched base with Man United about the sale of Mainoo to see a valuation and get an idea of how much Man United would want to sell Kobbie Mainoo to Newcastle. Personally, I think with Joelinton and Sandro both receiving injuries at the weekend, I think this could be a good deal for the right money. I think Man United will possibly want more than we're willing to pay. I imagine Newcastle will go in around the 40 to 45 million pound mark. I'm not sure Man United will take 45 million for him, but testing the water for an England international at the age he is would be a fantastic bit of business for us. If there's anything I can say about this transfer window, it's that we may not have raised the ceiling of the club. This first team may not be leaps and bounds ahead of where it was last year, but last year it was good enough. But I would say we have definitely raised the floor. The strength in depth, should we be able to get Strand, Larsen and Wissa over the line, I think would elevate us beyond where we would be with Alexander Isak. And I know a lot of people will view these comments that I make as ridiculous, thinking that Strand, Larsen, I think it's 12 goals in a season, and Wissa, who probably outperformed his XG last year with 20 goals in the league, could elevate us above a place where we had the third best striker in the world. But realistically, I'd put it that I think Yoane Wissa and Strand Larsen, between them, will get more goals in a season than Alex Isak did last year. I'd be quite confident that they'd tally 12 to 15 each. So I think it would be a great bit of business. I think it would be great progression for Newcastle. It would also leave us in a lot better position to start fighting on all fronts. And the only thing that surprises me is that Strand Larsen, whilst already having a bid rejected of 50 million, played for his club last night. He carried on training. Unbelievably, a player in the Premier League who hasn't downed tools and said he wants to leave because a club's willing to buy him, who's in a better position than the club he's at. Unbelievable. That should be the breaking story today. The breaking story should be that Strand Larsen is happy to train and play for his club when another club is interested. So hopefully this Isak saga will be wrapped up, will be done, will be finished before deadline day. We can all wash our hands of this situation and move on. If you've liked the content, please give me a like, a sub, hit me up in the comments whether you think this is going to get done, whether you think Kobbie Mainoo would be a good signing for Newcastle. And hopefully I will see you in the next one.